So the reason why we're here today is to launch the UEone pop-up charger. Definitely a first in Europe, if not the world. It's the world's first fully retractable charger, so it hides in the ground when it's not in use, and it pops out of the ground when you do need to use it. It keeps the streets clutter-free during the day, and when you're going to use it mainly, that's overnight to plug in, that's when you use the charge point. So the UEone's primary use case is to cater for those that don't have a drivable garage to conveniently charge at home. The reason why it rises is to make sure it's as accessible as possible. We have roughly 40% of the UK population with a mobility issue. If we're going to make the EV journey accessible for everybody, we need to make sure the infrastructure is accessible as well. So earlier today, we had a conference hosted by Urban Foresight and Dundee City Council. And we were thrilled to introduce Urban Fox, which is a partnership between Urban Electric, a company that I founded, and Balfour Beatty Investments. There's a saying in the EV world that you plug in where you park. And that should definitely be the case to give everyone confidence that they can make the switch to EV. And the UEone does that fantastically.
So Powering Futures is delighted to be here at Urban Fox's launch today because this launch means a lot for us too. Urban Fox and Powering Futures have a social value partnership. So we work together to support the next generation to develop the skills and the abilities that they need to be able to power their own futures. So Urban Fox's involvement allows us to do that on a much broader scale and to be able to get to young people across Scotland and beyond so then they can achieve their potential in the future.
Our partnership with Urban Fox started as a local authority looking for an on-street charging solution. Through Innovate UK, we developed with Urban Fox a pop-up charger that didn't have street clutter, also couldn't be vandalised, that we have now deployed over 9 different areas in the city. Some coming out of the ground on level, some undulating ground. A fantastic solution.
So the rollout of this charge point in Dundee is super important to Urban Fox. One, it's a showcase for our technology. We've been able to install in some absolutely fantastic locations like the V&A in Dundee, which is amazing. Not only is it a partnership between an innovative company, Urban Electric, this also has that safe pair of hands in the Balfour Beatty brand. And so I think for local authorities looking for partners who can be around for the long term to scale infrastructure, Urban Fox is unique in that way.
I would say there's any cities or towns in the UK looking for an on-street charging solution, Urban Fox's pop-up chargers are certainly a starting point and they really work for Dundee.